Hello everybody and welcome to a hopefully brand new series on the channel in which we take a look at some ideas for brand new Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes characters and talk about ideas for their kit and how they would work. This is one of the last Star Wars month videos this year, so show it some love. This idea came from a commenter named Victoria Scheller, who gave me a ton of good ideas of which I will likely be using in the future. In today's video, we will be taking a look at two, hopefully, new Sith characters. For this video, I've done some basic modeling, texturing and lighting to show these characters off in a 3D environment rather than just talking about them with pictures from online. Hopefully this will let you visualize the abilities and the characters. Now I was going to animate the attacks, but that would have most likely taken weeks or months to animate and render, so I decided to go for still renders. Even then, this video has taken at least a few days to put together because I'm definitely still learning. Before we start, I just wanted to give you guys an open invitation to leave your own ideas in the comments section, and maybe I'll use them, with your permission of course, in a future video. Also, feel free to comment what you think needs changing about these characters, and even share the video if you like these ideas so other people can see. So without further ado, let's introduce our two characters. Our characters are Darth Revan and Darth Malak. That's right, if you've played Knights of the Old Republic, you will most likely know of Revin and Malak, the Sith characters. I've put together the kits of these units to attempt to bring the Sith back into the forefront, so some of their abilities may be a little too overpowered. Starting off with Revin. He is a dark side Sith attacker, so they are his tags. First off, we have his basic attack, Cut Down. Deal physical damage to target enemy, and inflict damage over time, and buff immunity. 50% chance to attack again, 100% chance against bounty hunters and Jedi. This second attack removes 30% turn meter. Force telekinesis, which is the first special ability. Deal special damage to all enemies with a 90% chance to stun them for 1 turn. This attack inflicts daze if an enemy has no debuffs. If Darth Malak is present, he is also called to assist on the target enemy. Flurry of Blades, the second special. Deal physical damage to target enemy and remove all turn meter. If enemy had less than 70% turn meter, Revin gains 100% turn meter. If enemy dies from this attack, the cooldown is reduced by 2. If an enemy lives, call all Sith allies to attack. Now I have not decided on the cooldown for any of these abilities yet. That's something you guys can do if you want. Let me know in the comments below what cooldowns these guys should have. Arts of War, which is his leader ability. Whenever an ally attacks, they have a 30% chance to call a random ally to assist. This chance is tripled for Sith allies. Whenever a Sith ally uses a basic attack, all allies gain 5% turn meter and 5% protection. On a critical hit, there is a 50% chance to inflict shock on an enemy. And last but not least, we have his unique ability, Endure. While Darth Revan is active, all Sith allies have plus 20% critical chance. While Darth Revan is active, whenever a Sith ally scores a critical hit, dispel all debuffs on them. If Darth Malak is present, he also gains double crit chance. As you can tell, I've chosen to use these two characters together, as Revin has abilities that utilize Malak, and as you'll see in a second, Malak has abilities that utilize Revin. Now we move on to Revin. He is a dark side Sith tank. His first ability, his basic, is called Heavy Swing. Deal physical damage to target enemy with a 70% chance to inflict defense down. On a critical hit, Malak inflicts burn. New Sith Empire, which is his first special. Deal physical damage to target enemy, dispel all buffs on them, remove 50% turn meter and inflict fracture until the start of Malak's next turn. This fracture can't be copied or dispelled, this attack can't be evaded or resisted, so this is basically Thrawn's fracture on a Sith character. Unlikely Apprentice, which is the second special. Deal physical damage to target enemy, Give ally 40% turn meter, and call them to assist. Dispel all debuffs on Malak and that ally. Give tenacity up to target ally for 2 turns. If Darth Revan is present, he also gains these buffs and assists. Now I feel like this ability might be slightly overpowered, but why not give the Sith what they truly deserve? The Starforge, the first unique ability. Whenever an ally is critically hit, Darth Malak gains taunt for 2 turns. Whilst Malak has taunt, he has 100% tenacity and his speed is reduced by 50%. If Malak has fracture on an enemy, his speed is not reduced through this ability. He also gains retribution for 2 turns whilst taunting. Betrayal, which is his second unique. If a Sith ally uses a special ability, Malak gains critical immunity. If Darth Revan is defeated, Malak gains defense up, offense up, and 40% critical chance and damage for 3 turns. So guys, these were my ideas for 2 Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes units that I would love to see added to the game at some point. Now we know they've added Nihilus and all that in the past, so they're not opposed to adding KOTOR characters, which is incredibly exciting, let's be honest. I also haven't given these characters Zetas. There is definitely Zetas that would fit in there really well. I just haven't decided specifically where they can go. But guys, let's bring the Sith back into the meta. Make sure to leave your own comment down below of ideas or other units you'd like to see in the next video. And peace out, everybody.